Welcome to JB Trio Podcast, Season 6, Episode 6. I'm Lee McDonald Sr.
Christopher, the sorry I didn't make it 700 with Nancy.
Mark, the ancient warrior merchant.
So stupid.
And no guest tonight. We planned on having Rick Connor, but we're going on a Sunday night rather than our usual Monday. Cowboy game is on Monday, so we're going to go tonight instead. So that way we can all watch the Cowboys beat the Chargers, which off the air we had a wager. So we'll go ahead and go over that. So, gentlemen, why don't you tell them what the wager is?
Now, wait a second. You said Cowboys beat the Chargers? Don't you mean
Cowboys against Chargers tomorrow?
Yeah, okay. I thought you said
Cowboys will beat the Chargers.
No.
Yes. He said it right.
No, it's Chargers beating the Cowgirls. $20 on the line.
$20 on the line.
And I'm going to get paid Tuesday, so I'll post on Facebook. I'll post the $20. I'll have his Mark Merchant sign his autograph saying the ancient warrior money on it. That's how I know he's going to pay me.
Look at that's all the kids had in the piggy bank, $20.
All right. So we start out this episode with some sad news. My father, Lee McDonald Sr., who had been sick the last, actually seems like several years, passed away last Wednesday. I got the bad news personally going home from work. Mom texted me. Unfortunately, she's very distraught. She's recovering, though. Towards the end, he had been bedridden, hadn't been able to walk in several months. We've said our goodbyes, and we're still coping and recuperating. But my thing is to basically just try to get back to normal as quickly as possible. It's the best way to recover. So back doing the podcast, but I want to send out my condolences also to Jared. He lost his father 2 weeks ago, and also Mark, your father-in-law as well.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, been a tough month for all of us, I guess.
Yeah. Back to back to back. Your father-in-law, he had been sick a while too.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, guys.
It's death is a part of life, is what I tell my wife. You know, she's taken a lot harder than I am. She was his caregiver for the last final years, and she did well. And at least they're not suffering anymore. That's what I say.
Yeah, agree.
But we're going to dedicate this episode in their honor. So
yeah, exactly.
Most likely we'll be changing the name and the podcast name, or put it in memory of my dad, Lee Sr. He was the bowler of the league for several years. We're going to put it in his name. So I'm going to start the process on that. I'm not sure if it's not an immediate process, but you may see some name changes here coming up soon.
I love it. Good job.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, losing a Hall of Famer. And at least I had the honor of bowling with him, which...
That you did.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
In the league.
Neil's another one that bowled with us. Ryan Curtis had bowled with us for several years. Ryan had texted me one of our photos that one of our most memorable nights of bowling, me, Dad, and Ryan had shot, didn't count the amount of strikes in a row, but I'll have to post it on Facebook. So after this episode, I had shot 290 and Ryan shot 269, I think it was. And Dad shot 257. So together we shot 816 for one single game.
Dang.
Two lefties and a righty.
That's what it was. It was. He had said that Ryan, for the years that he bowled with Dad, he had tried to emulate Dad and copy Dad, and because they were both lefties with a similar shot.
Yeah.
I don't know how I became a righty. Just one of those things. I just picked up the ball with the right hand, I guess. But I do a lot of things left-handed. So he's left-handed. I swing a baseball bat and throw a baseball left-handed.
Well,
bowl right.
I just bowl right. I arm wrestle right-handed. I don't arm wrestle left-handed. So, yeah, it's just one of those weird, what do they call that, ambidextrous?
Yep, ambidextrous. Yep.
But, yeah, we're going to dedicate this episode to them. So, all right. So let's move on to our next segment. The new segment that I've been doing, the fastest 3 minutes in bowling. Team 10. That's you guys, Chris. Put your thumb in it.
Oh, shit.
Team 10 bowled up against team number 3, Wicked Trio. And turns out Wicked Trio won the night, 34 out of 48. They beat up on you guys. We'll talk about that here in a second.
yay!
Team number 9. That's Slate's Rockheads, of course. How could I forget? Slate's Rockheads against Team 13. BD in the pocket. Looks like BD in the pocket was the victor barely. Kiss your sister night, 28 out of 48. But that did hurt Slate's Rockheads' chances of keeping and hanging on the first. Team 12, that is the men in the 10-pin. Bowled against Team 16. That is Almost Empty Nest. And Almost Empty Nest lost 2 men in the 10-pin. Another good week for men in the 10-pin, especially Cody. Kudos to Cody, who made Bowler of the Week. We'll talk about him in a second. Men in the 10-pin won 32 out of 48. Team 4, that's Blame It on the Alcohol against Team 1. The new last place team, who you calling a pinhead, that's me, Greg, and Peyton. And our team lost 34 out of 48. We're now officially in last. Yeah.
Wow.
Team number 6, that is Three Fingers Deep, the first place team. That's Rick Connor and his son and Greg. Greg had a great night. They bowled up against Team 14. Team 14, that is Timmy, Leland, and Camilla minus Tim. And they took a beating. They lost 38 out of 48. Team 6 won the night, and they were in first, solidifying their spot in first. Team 15, that is OG, Team OG, who had a full lineup that night. We had David Pride come in off the suggestion of Mark, who saw him early in the week. David Pride showed up, and they bowled pretty stinky because that's Team 8, my bad eyes. Pin high, that's Craig, Gino, and Tina. On another roll this week, they won 34 out of 48, so 2 weeks in a row they won. Oh, am I looking at that wrong? No, that's right. Team 5, that's Mark's team. That is Slate Sloppy Seconds against Team 11, Ricky and the 2 Mix, and that was truly a Kiss Your Sister night, 24 out of 48. So they all split. And then lastly, Team 2, the new team, which is House Balls, the newly named House Balls, against Team 7, the S team, the formerly last place S team, and the wife of the group, Tina Saunders, who's Bowler of the Week for the ladies, pulled through, held the team up 38 out of 48.
Good job.
So good job to them. They moved up 4 spots.
Wow.
Speaking of spots, let's go over the standings real quick. Three Fingers Deep still in first at 219. Slate's Rockheads in second at 182. The men in the 10-pin, 175 in third. BD in the pocket in fourth with 172, tied for fourth. Ricky and the 2 Bigs at 172. Sixth place, Blame It on the Alcohol, 171, only 1 point behind. Seventh place, Slate's Sloppy Seconds, Mark's team, 1 point behind. In eighth place, Put Your Thumb in It, is Chris. Of course, they're always fighting for each other.
Yep.
Team 3, Wicked Trio at 140, only 8 points behind Chris. And in 10th place, Pin High, 123. Team 14, Timmy, 114. The S team, moving up from the bottom spot, is now in 12th at 113. House Balls, 111, tied for 12th is Almost Empty Nest with 111. OG, 109 and 15th. And last place, 16th place, not even breaking 100 points, is Who You Calling a Pinhead, 95 points.
Wow.
And that concludes your fastest 3 minutes of bowling.
How long was that, Mark?
All right. So, yeah, my team sucks.
My team sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. We haven't had a winning
sucks.
night in 6 weeks. We haven't had a winning night.
Oh, what's happening?
What's on your team?
Me, Peyton, and Greg.
Yeah.
So
What?
are you saying your son suck?
I'm saying we all suck.
Yeah. What?
So who are we bowling this week? We're bowling Craig's team. There's another guaranteed win.
Who's your anchor?
I am.
God, you suck.
That's how bad it is. I'm even ahead of Peyton in average. Not
Yeah.
that I'm blaming Peyton, but I'm just saying.
No, you're blaming him.
In that team you're bowling, man, they're coming on. They're bowling better. Yeah.
Gino's been kicking some ass
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row.
I told you, man, he got a new ball and he's thrown it a lot better.
Yeah. Yep. And you guys are going against Brian's team. You guys told me that they may not show up. So this technically might be the first week that we have a blind. Or not a blind, a post bowl.
Yeah, they aren't going to show up. I guess they're going to post bowl it. So I think our team is considering on post bowling with them whenever they bowl it. So we'll have to work something out. Lee. Let us know when they decide they want to bowl, and then we'll go down there and try to match up with them.
That is the option. You can bowl them heads up on the night that they can bowl and are available. So that'll be an interesting night. I think. I don't know. What do you think on that, Chris? You think it's an advantage for a team to bowl against them heads up, or do you think it's more of an advantage they just bowl on their regular night and let the other team bowl on whichever night?
I mean,
which team has the advantage?
I see it when someone does it to me. I see it as a disadvantage because I like bowling against the person I'm going against because it gets me a mindset of how good I have to be. If I'm
kind of like bowling up to your opponent or something like that.
Yes, exactly. So if I'm bowling by myself and it feels like practice, and I get a mindset that I'm okay to mess up. I'm okay to mess up. No.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I think that's what Mark will agree on that.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. It's like it's just like you're practicing, and there's like the big factor to me too is Tuesday night shot at 9:00 is a lot different than maybe some other night at 6:00 or 7:00. You know what I mean? So
true.
Yeah.
Good way to look at it.
So I'd rather be under the same condition as those I'm bowling against, than just doing it on off nights.
Yeah, very true. And they're a competitive team. They've been in the league for several years. It's Chris's former proteges, Christian and Brian. Matthew Macy's been bowling really good. So you guys, I imagine the spread, I would guess they would be getting more pins, but not much more. So the spread will be even. And usually when it's an even spread, you like to bowl them heads up.
The spread is in that match 3 pins.
Wow. Yeah, I guess I was right.
3 pins. And those 3 pins are going to us.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's going to be quite the match. It's too bad we couldn't go live or something like that and watch you guys.
Yeah,
bowl,
I mean, that's
very entertaining.
I would say that's probably the match of the week as far as the way the handicaps line up.
When are you going to plan on doing another video, Chris? Because we got a lot of good response on that.
Yeah, and I think I could line up another chair.
It's not that hard to find a guest. Oh my God!
Right?
Yeah,
they're fun. They're definitely fun. They're definitely fun. Yeah. You know what? I mean, well, since Mark's not going to be there, I don't know.
We can interview Mark's empty chair.
Yeah.
But really, it would be good if we brought that out once or twice. This is especially where we got a lot of new bowlers.
Yeah.
I'd be curious as to what they think.
Of the chair?
I wouldn't mind seeing another video.
YouTube video.
I like when you do it as like this is Chris's home video, or like when you do it from home and you're at home getting ready and then you show up and then you start interviewing everybody. That's what I enjoyed a lot.
Yeah, that video I wanted to show you like the whole setup, setup from start of the day,
packing your balls in the trunk. And,
yeah.
Even if you guys get like a bite to eat or something.
Yeah, don't you carry 20 of your balls in the trunk and then you leave Camilla's 2 in the back seat?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So you get 20, she gets 2. Let's see how it is.
Because all she needs.
Tell her to carry her own.
That's all she needs too.
Yeah, though it'd be funny to see a video from the beginning to the end.
I would like that.
Yeah,
but it'll show me at work though. I'm at work
having your bowl of Wheaties before you come down.
There you go. The day in the life of the president.
Of the president. Yeah, I like that one.
President. Yeah,
I like that. It has to be on a Tuesday though. Okay, you know what? I like it. I'll get it set up.
Sounds good. All right, Chris, why don't you tell us how everybody did in the bracket?
Oh man, it was intense. It was a nail biter, especially with doing this handicap. Oh my God. First off, the first round we have Fred taking over Tina. Fred moves on. Matthew versus Bob Davis. Bob Davis moves on. Bob Davis wins. Craig Vorian and Greg Charlton. Greg wins. Michael Ensline versus Chris versus me. Michael wins. Brian.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Let's move on.
Michael
Ensline versus Chris and Mike won?
Yeah, 659 to my 598.
Oh my God. And Ensline he bowled horrible.
Well, you know what? He gets like a freaking 140 pins.
Oh, yeah. He bowled horrible.
Wait a minute, you bowled 5 something with your handicap?
I bowled 571 and I only get 27 pins.
Only. So wait a minute.
Total.
That means you must have bowled like 510.
No, I bowled 571 plus my 27.
Oh, 27 altogether.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, but
Okay,
that's 27 a game.
No, 27 total. I don't get 9 a game. I get nine pins a game. 9. So we have Brian B versus Ron Reynolds. Ron took it with the 705.
Nice.
Larry Hoover versus Mark Merchant. Mark sucked duck. Larry Hoover wins with a 701 to hit his 625.
Damn.
Yeah, he had a nice, terrific last game. I was in about 250s maybe. He had a really nice last game.
Well, at least it took a 700 to beat Mark.
Yeah. See that? Took a 700.
Larry only needed a 630 to beat Mark. A 630. Listen.
Hey, look I gave up once I saw him stringing him the last game.
Exactly. It took a 700.
Yeah. Amanda C, 619 to Nancy Davis, 658. Nancy wins.
Damn, Nancy.
Patrick Manny, 653 to Peyton McDonald, 708. Peyton moves on. Garrett Williams, 684 to Carol Williams, 700. Carol wins by 16.
And she used a sub that night. That was James.
Yes, by 16 pins, though. Garrett Williams.
Yeah.
And Garrett Williams got a
lost?
684 scratch.
Garrett lost.
Yeah.
With a 680. Oh, my God.
684 scratch. If he would have had pins, he probably would have won.
Jeez.
Yeah. Phil LaPointe, 684 to Kyle Howell, 656.
So Phil won that.
Yeah, Phil won. Nick Hickey and Caden Connor. Caden won, beating with a 636 to 594.
Oh, okay.
Darren McHenry, 567, took in the win. Anna Marie Davis, 672. The first round of losers will show Tina versus Garrett and Matthew in one bracket. Craig, Kyle, and Chris, me, in the other bracket. Brian B, Nick Hickey, Mark Merchant, in another bracket. Amanda C, Darren McHenry, Patrick Manning in the last bracket. That's the first side.
Wow. So basically, in the losers bracket, you're still, even if you lost your first game, you're put in the losers bracket where you have to face yourself and 2 other bowlers. So it's 3 bowlers in one bracket.
Yes. 3 bowlers. Yeah, 3 bowlers each upper. Yeah.
And there's 8 of those. So only 8 advance. And then we'll talk about their advancement next week. So that was just one half. What's the other half?
So the other one pretty simple. This one, Michael Henderson versus Diego Sanchez. Michael Henderson took the win. George Martinez over Zachary. George, he took the win. So we had Michael Henderson versus George next week. Leland McDonald lost to Tim Chrissy. Chris Saunders ended up beating the vacancy, which is not that hard to do. He moves on to go against Tim Chrissy. Am I saying his name right, Chrissy?
Yeah.
Okay. Cody versus Gino Clay. Cody ended up taking it with his first 700 series, bowling the highest series in the league that day, 831.
Yes, he did.
Lee McDonald
That's a hell of a series by Cody. We'll go over his bowler of the week status here in a minute.
Crazy. Lee McDonald versus Ricky Boudreaux. Lee took it by 30 pins, 655 to 655.
Nice. I see one of us advance.
No, we got to do a recount.
I tipped off Ricky.
Oh, sorry. No, Lee, I read it wrong. You went against Gino. You won
that's
by
right,
40.
Gino, yeah.
Ricky Boudreaux versus Rick Connor. Ricky bowled a 655 to Rick Connor 609. Ricky moved on. Tina.
What?
Yep. Tina shot a 705 series versus Neil Hickey 663. Tina moves on.
Dang.
Jared Gallegos 570, but we all know where his mindset's at. So I mean,
yeah,
I just Jake had an easy win, but the next week he's gonna get Camilla. Hopefully, it's a harder match for him, but we'll see on that one. Camilla versus Christian Gomez, 634 to Christian 623.
Ooh.
Yes. Camilla
beat Christian.
Yes. Sean Taylor, 621 to Gilbert, 605.
Nice.
Sean
Was
Taylor.
that the last match?
No, yeah, and then last one here, Gary Vickerson versus Neil fucking Brady. Gary bowled a 701 to Neil fucking Brady, 652. Gary moves on. So the loser bracket for this side will consist of Diego versus Zach and vacancy. The next one would be Tim Sherrill, Leland McDonald, Rick Connor. Next one is Neil Hickey, Jared Gallegos versus Christian Gomez. Last one is Gino Clay, Gilbert, and Neil fucking Brady.
Wow. So whoever lost in the first round, don't be alarmed. You're still alive. Just got to win the losers bracket where 2 out of 24 get put back in the main bracket. But why don't we go over some matches real quick? It has to be real quick. Who's in the second round on the left side?
Yeah, second round on the left side is Fred versus Bob Davis.
Fred versus Bob. Okay, I'm wagering that Fred's going to get a lot.
Fred
got
a
a higher average.
737. He shot a 737 series last week. So
Yeah,
Bob's going to get a lot more handicap. Probably a swing of about maybe 50 pins.
Probably.
So it'll be a spread of 50 pins towards Bob.
And from what I could see, Fred was throwing a good ball last week.
Oh, he killed us.
Yeah, he was throwing a good ball.
If he keeps that up, he's definitely going to advance the.
Yeah, it looked like the old days. He looked like the old Fred.
It did.
You know,
it really did.
I'm hoping that Greg Charlton versus Michael Ensign. Greg freaking shoves it into Michael's face. I'm hoping.
So that's the next match.
Well, yeah, because Ensline had a real easy match the first week.
That was almost a bye week.
You know what, Mark? I bet you the next match you want freaking Ron to do his. Ron versus Larry.
Ensline bowled bad and still won. That's pretty sad.
He bowled under his average and still won.
Yeah.
Right? Oh well.
I don't know. I mean, I bowled under my average by a lot, but yeah. But next one is Ron versus Larry Hoover, the guy who beat Mark Merchant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good match because he can be tough.
No, he had an easy match the first one. He was just one.
Yeah, he had to shoot a 250. You're right.
Yeah, 700. It took a 700 to win.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's the next one?
Next one, Nancy Davis versus your son, Peyton McDonald.
Really? Okay. I'll have to give Peyton the edge on that just based on experience. He's done this before. He was in the last year's bracket. So we'll see what Peyton does.
I'm hoping Carol Williams is here for this week because Carol Williams versus Phil LaPointe.
If not, it'll be James.
Dang.
So it'll be either Phil against James or Phil against Carol.
Yeah, it's still hard.
And if it's Phil against James, it'll be practically heads up.
Nice. Caden Connor versus Anna Marie Davis.
Oh, she'll be getting a ton of handicap. She's averaging 70 and he's at about 190. So there'll be about 100 pin spread. I'm gonna give it to Caden on that one. I think Caden's gonna go for it.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think so too.
What are we looking at next?
That's it.
All right, how about the right side?
On the right side we have Sean Taylor versus Gary Vickner.
Nice. Another good heads up match. I'm gonna give it to Sean though, but they're teammates.
Oh really?
I'm gonna give it to Sean Taylor? Yeah. Now, is that the Sean Taylor that's on his team? Because there's Zach Taylor and the Sean Taylor.
I don't know.
We'll have to look at that. I'm pretty sure if it's Sean, yeah. I'm pretty sure if it's Sean, that's his teammate.
Okay. Next one, Jake Albright versus my wife, Camilla Williamson.
How about that? Two friends.
I got Jake on this one, sadly.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Jake has been proven with his one hand game. He is looking deadly.
I complimented Camilla last week on her ball. I haven't seen it in several weeks. She is slinging the ball really good. I mean, she's got that backup ball down nice.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, she's been working really hard on that.
I think that was a compliment for her, but that's okay.
I know.
I mean, I trained her, so I thought her.
There was no hesitation in that thing.
Next one is Cody versus Lee McDonald.
And I think Cody has found something, man. I have not seen him throw that many strikes ever. And I've only been watching him bowl for about summer league and part of a fall league. But still, man, I said it 2 weeks ago. I said, if he gets out of his own head, he can go anywhere he wants. And he only proved it last Tuesday.
Are you scared?
Am I scared?
Yeah.
I think I am scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared. Hell yeah, I'm scared.
All right. Chris Saunders versus Tim Chrissy. Tim, he's a lucky motherfucker. Like, if he didn't go to WinStar last week, Tim, he bowled against us. If he did not go to WinStar last week, then he is a sore eyes, because this guy will gutter. He guttered 5 times in one game, and every time he guttered, he ended up striking the next ball. Every single time. Yeah, every single time. So we get to the point where he guttered. I'm like, oh, he's going to pick it up. He strikes the next ball.
That's another Leland.
Yeah. That is a Leland.
Yeah. His last one, literally, he hit the pocket light, and then the 7 was still up, and the pin literally did a full 360 to hit the 7 pin down. Like, it was the slowest rack I have ever seen to pick up the 7 pin.
Wow.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Gosh. Last one but not least is Michael Henderson versus Georgie Martinez.
Oh, and George bowled really good last week.
Yeah, no, Henderson wasn't there last week and had Larry Crenshaw bowling.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Michael Henderson was a sub.
It was George Crenshaw.
George Crenshaw. And he bowled great the second game. And first game, he wasn't bad either.
Now, Mike Henderson is not one to normally miss. So I see him coming back. And so he is going to bowl this next upcoming round. So
yeah, he was just scared of Ron. That's why I didn't come last week.
Well, it paid off.
Yeah, he admits he's scared of Ron. That's why Ron the man. That's what he says. So
it works because Ron's in the losers bracket.
Ron's in the winners bracket.
He's on the other side. That's right.
But Henderson got scared off because he knew he was bowling with us against Ron.
So that's right. So Henderson's in a different division. He won't have to see Ron at all unless he bowls him in the finals.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to bowl him that night for league. I see.
He didn't want to bowl that night for league because he doesn't like bowling Ron the man.
So Chris made up a big chart, a big board with this bracket result on it, and he's going to bring it up tomorrow if he doesn't forget like last week, and have it ready. So those of you out there listening, if you're still confused about this bracket, when Chris brings it up tomorrow, it will shed a whole bunch more light on what it looks like. And Mark, why don't you tell them what happens if you win this thing?
And the winner of this whole thing is going to get $100
from Mark's wallet.
And the runner-up will get $25. So
yes, sir. It's a $125 prize pot, 100 towards first and 25 towards second.
All right, from Mark's
final. Yep.
No, it's not from Mark.
Yep. He volunteered a donation to give you $100 out of his pocket.
It's from the prize fund, but Mark can equal the prize fund if he wants.
He did. He just volunteered just now.
Yeah, it was a third party volunteer.
Remember, $20 tomorrow night. You got the Cowgirls. I've got the Chargers.
Just remember, Mark. Just bring my money Tuesday, okay?
Dang.
I want to get in the brackets. Okay?
$20.
I don't know. After what the Cowboys did to the 49ers 2 weeks ago, I'd be a little hesitant to bet them on any team. But again, it is against the Chargers, so I would bet the Cowboys if I was betting.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I would I'd be willing to bet more money, but all the kids had in their bank was $20 for Chris.
We'll also find out what the spread is. Like if the Cowboys are favored by 3, then
no, actually, the Chargers are getting 1.5 points.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah,
okay.
But that's that game's like a pick 'em.
Yeah, pretty much.
Beat Mark.
Here we go with another segment of Beat Mark's Picks.
Whoa, what?
Well, it's Beat Mark's Picks, but it was a surprising result last week.
Really?
Third place was me, 5 wins, 3 losses.
Wow.
What?
Totaling 13 wins, 11 losses. Next up was Lee at 5
yeah.
3 as well.
Oh no!
Wait, he was 5-3. He's now 17 wins, 7 losses.
Wow!
And Chris managed to get 6 wins, 2 losses.
Oh,
suck it!
The leader of the week.
Yeah.
He is now tied for first place
So
with
beat Chris's
Lee.
picks. Beat Chris's picks. Beat Chris's picks.
17 wins, 7 losses. So there is a tie for first place right now.
Unbelievable.
It's quite embarrassing.
Yeah, you're losing to Chris.
Yep. So we know who will be choosing first this week, Chris.
Yes, that is tradition.
Yes, that is tradition. You'll be choosing first.
First on the slate is 15-11. That's OG against Ricky and the two Micks. What do you think, Chris?
OG, like Patrick Manning team?
Yes.
sir.
Now, if David Prod's listening, he can certainly come down again and bowl.
I think he is. I think he said it's going to be 2 weeks, so they will have a full team again.
Right.
For what team? OG, right?
It'll be Darren McHenry, Patrick Manning, and David Pride.
Okay. I got Ricky and the two Micks.
Ooh. What's the spread on this, Mark?
Okay, I'm adding in David. The spread is going to be 21 pins going to Patrick Manning's team.
Oh, really? Oh,
21.
I forgot we got Darren, yeah. So, and Patrick's been bowling good. He's had a lot of good games.
I thought he had I looked over there. I thought his second game last week was really good, or either a second or first game. I was surprised they lost.
Yeah. Well, they ran into a buzzsaw. That first place team's tough. Rick Connor. I'm going with Patrick's team and David, especially if David bowls.
Okay. So you're going with Patrick. Chris is going with Ricky and the two Micks. I'm going to go with Ricky and the two Micks as well.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a close one, though. But I think Ensline's going to kick it.
He is.
Yeah.
I'll have to buy him a pizza and I'll have to buy a couple of shots for Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me think about this, though. Henderson will be showing up, right?
Henderson will be showing up.
Let me think about this.
Or not Darren, George.
Okay, let me reevaluate this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take Patrick's team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm making a last-minute swap. So, Chris, you are the only ones taking...
Hey, perfect. That's just a win for me.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now we got Team 7, the S team. That's Chris Saunders, Tina, and Diego against Team 16, Mom and Dad. Almost empty nest. So, this is our first mother against daughter match, I think, ever.
Yeah. I got the S team on this one.
Yeah, I imagine the spread's going to be huge, probably around 200.
No, it's 106 pins.
That's all?
106.
Now, I must admit, not Anna Marie, that's the leadoff. Nancy has been bowling really good. That's Tina's mom. Although Chris has been finally finding it. And Diego. He has been consistently bowling 200s. I'm going to go with Team 7 on this one. This team.
Yeah, I'm going with Team 7 as well.
Love it.
But I'm scared because Almost Empty Nest has been climbing out of the cellar. All right, Chris, you got?
I said the S team.
Yeah, he said the S team.
So we're all on the S team. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Team 4, blame it on the alcohol. So that's the Williams.
Yep.
And did you say James Singletary is going to be bowling this week? Do you know who it is?
That I don't know. I think the last 2 weeks in a row was James, Fred, and Garrett. So if I had to guess, I'd say Carol. I'd say Carol's due for a bowling week this week. So if I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be Carol, but I don't know.
Okay.
It's most likely going to be James.
Okay. They're bowling Team 9 then, right?
Yeah.
Slate's Rockheads. This will be a really good match.
Yeah.
High averages. Neil against Garrett. 226 against 221.
I'm going to go for, what lane are they on?
It don't matter. They could be on lane 9 and 10.
It does matter.
21-22.
21 and 22. But
what's the spread on it? If James bowl?
It's be 75. And if
that much?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. I was leaning towards Neil's team, but until you said that.
Neil's team's total handicap is 35 pins.
Oof. Team 4's getting about 70 something. Now, is that with Carol or James?
That's with James. Now, if it's Carol, it's 143.
Wow. Damn. That's just too much. I mean, yeah, I'm going to have to go with Team 4 on this one. And especially after bowling them last week and seeing what they're capable of, Garrett even said he didn't even bowl up to his full potential. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go with Team 4 on this one.
Yeah, that's who I'm taking.
Not your buddy Neil?
Against
have
Neil,
a few choice words.
Well, you know what? God, Garrett Williams, he's pretty good.
Oh, man, he's got
smoothest
great ball.
Smooth roll.
He has definitely moved up the charts to our best bowler in the league, and there's a reason for it. He is. I don't know where he's been bowling in the last 10 years because, like I said, he was not in USBC, would make it to where he's either been bowling out of state or PBA. I wouldn't doubt PBA.
Yeah, he throws a nice smooth ball. And then, like I said, Fred, man, he looked like the old Fred.
He found it, man. There wasn't nothing we could do. We bowled pretty good. We bowled almost 2,100, and we still got our butts kicked.
Yeah, I think he felt comfortable bowling against you, Lee.
He sure did.
So what do you think, Chris?
Man,
Rocket?
Dude.
Jeopardy music?
Dude, I was hearing y'all talk, and I was just trying to factor it in, and man, I'm actually going to go for
Slates
because I believe in Neil. Neil likes
Mark,
a good.
You trying to talk about it?
No, I got Slates because Neil likes a good competition, and with Gary I feel like Jerry is going to make a comeback game. I feel like he's going to find it. He's going to have a lot of luck on his side tomorrow.
Well, we've called 3 matches, and all 3 matches are tight. This is the tightest week so far, I think, in the league that we've had all year so far. It's a tight. All these matches are close.
Yeah, so I got Slates. I believe in them. I hate to say it because I'm against them, but I believe in. I know how they are, and I believe in them. I believe they're.
Believe me, the feeling's mutual, Chris. All right, moving on.
Team 12. The men and a 10 pin. That's Gary Vickner, Cody, and Sean, and they're facing Team 6.
The first place team. The third place team against first place. Again, another pair of lanes.
Yeah, I got
tight match.
Yeah, I got Rick Connor on this one, regardless on the pin, the spread. I believe that was a fluke by Cody, and he's going to come back to realism.
Oh, okay, Chris. So you're going first. You're picking Rick then.
Yep.
I'm going to pick Cody's team. I don't know how many times I picked them, but they are one of the underdog teams in the league. And I'm sorry to pick against you, Rick. I know you've been telling me each week that it's been tough holding up that average. So Rick will know. He'll tell you himself that they've been bowling out their gourd. And there's always going to be a down week. I think this is going to be the down week. They'll bounce back. They'll bounce back next week, but I'm picking Cody's team this week. He just killed it last week.
Yeah, I'm going to take that same team again. So, Chris, you're going solo.
Again, y'all going to be – they're going to be trailing.
It's like opposite night of Chris.
And I know that Rick hasn't been on the podcast yet, so there's no current jinx on him. But we've talked.
It's a real thing, Rick. It
is a real thing.
The podcast curse is a real thing.
Yeah, and he has not been on it yet, but we've talked about it now the second week in a row. So I think that maybe some of it might have rubbed off. So I am going to take Gary, Cody, and Sean.
There we have it. So we have all these great matches, and then there's that one team that hasn't won a single friggin' week. Team 1, who you calling the pinhead, my team, against Craig's team, Pin High. The first lousy match of the week. I think I can speak for myself and say I am definitely picking Pin High. Our team sucks. Our team we're just the worst team in the league. And you can see everybody else has got 100 points or higher, and we haven't even broke 100 yet. We're at 95 points. And we have yet to win in winning week. And there's a reason why we're in last. And we're going to continue it, I'll bet.
Yeah, I'm going against you too, Lee. I think, like I said, that new ball Gino has, I think that's made a difference there. And Craig, he's doing pretty well himself.
It sure is.
And Tina isn't hurting him at all. And it's 149 pins that you're going to be giving up. So
that's huge.
That's another bowler.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes,
another bowler.
And the way we've been bowling, we have minus bowlers or negative bowlers. So that's almost like 2 bowlers in.
So,
well,
Chris,
man,
You're taking.
No, you're not even thinking about it, are you?
I mean, I am because like I believe in you. I know your potential. And
What potential? We have no potential.
yeah, y'all do.
We suck.
Y'all have a
And I'm
lot
not
of
speaking for
potential.
Greg. I'm speaking mostly for myself. Greg's actually been holding us up, him and Peyton. And, well, Peyton hadn't really been bowling that good except last week. But, yeah, we suck.
Yeah, we suck. Yeah,
It's going to take a lot to come out of this slump.
regardless.
We're-
we suck.
This is the worst slump that any team's been in the history of JB Trios.
I got the pinheads.
Smart move. Smart move.
No.
Guaranteed win for all three of us.
No.
All right, let's move on from that stupid subject there. That stupid team. All right, Team 10. That's put your thumb in it. Chris's team against Team 14. Timmy. So it's Chris against Leland. Chris against Camilla. I might add.
I got my team on this.
Oh, that was quick.
Oh yeah.
Not even thinking about what's the spread on it.
Nope, don't need it.
The spread in this is only like 39.
That's it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Easy win for
You
him.
know, and the way I look at it is like put your thumb in it. There's one guy that's way over his head in the average. I won't have to mention who that is. And
Who's that? Who's that?
then there's one guy way under his average.
Mhm.
I think Phil, you're talking a 200 bowler. He's only averaging 82.
Yeah, he was a 200 bowl in the summer. What's going on with that?
I asked him. He said it's the Chris effect. That's a real thing too.
That's almost like the podcast curse.
Yeah, he said it's the Chris effect.
Mhm.
Yeah, when I asked him what was going on.
That's like a 25 pin difference that he had from the summer to the fall.
Yeah, and
Chris effect.
It's called handicap management.
Ah, that's right. That good old term, handicap management. I see.
Yeah,
I
and
see Jake's getting up there though. He's above his average.
Yeah, but I've got to take team. I have to take Chris's team because I know he last time he faced Camilla, I think it was Camilla and Peyton.
Yes,
Peyton.
Yes.
She really gave. I mean, she gave in. Yeah, she gave it in. And I think we just got off of a full moon. She might be one out.
Oh, we had a full moon. It was Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
We're going to have a blood eclipse here at the end of the month on Halloween. That's Halloween and Devil's Night.
She's probably worn out after the full moon.
Oh, I'm just telling you, on Halloween, guys, me and Camilla would not be there bowling. So
because you got to take the kids out Halloween.
Yes, we'll be
it's going to be dark at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
You guys can still get done with Halloween and come up and
roll.
Well, I'll be tired.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys post bowl or something? Anyway,
So, Lee,
we'll see.
Who are you taking in this match, Lee?
I'm picking Chris's team.
Yeah, go figure.
Only because I know Timmy's not going to be there. So it's essentially 2 against 3.
No. All right, next match, Team 3, is it? Yeah, Team 3. Wicked Trio. Amanda, Tim, and Larry versus Team 2. And that is the Hickeys, the house ball with Zachary Taylor. So it's the Hickeys, Zachary Taylor versus Wicked Trio, Amanda, Tim, and Larry.
The house ball Hickeys.
Dude, on this one, dude, after I experienced the Wicked Trio potential, man, Larry, he's a good bowler. I mean, he is. He has a lot of handicap for what he has. He should be remanaged on his handicap because, man, the way he was throwing that ball, no, he did not want to have a 190 average.
Yeah, he's pretty strong for his average. Yeah. And battle of 2 new teams. Both of these teams did not bowl this last fall or in the previous falls. Amanda and Tim are probably the only familiar bowlers, but that's from 6 years ago. So
yeah,
it's a tough one.
I got house trios in this one.
Wait a minute, that's a combination of both teams.
Yeah,
House balls and Wicked Trio.
Wicked Trios. I got Wicked Trios on this one.
You can't pick both teams.
Yeah, you're right.
What's the spread on this, Mark?
Spread's 125.
That
house balls is getting?
Yeah. I'll take house trio.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
take
going to
house
go
trio as well.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the house balls in this one.
House balls. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to take a stab and go with the house balls.
Both teams got on to me because I didn't pick either team to win last week, but I went 6-2.
No, you went 5-3 last week.
5-3. Excuse me. 5-3.
Chris
Well,
went
still,
6-2.
Oh, yeah. We can't all be like Chris.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pick Wicked Trio. I'm going to pick with Larry Hoover and see how he does this week.
Yeah, good choice.
All right. Last but not least, Slate's sloppy seconds against Team 13 beating the pocket. Another good match to close this out. We got like 6 or 7 good matches. So, Mark, we'll let you pick last since you're involved.
Yeah, and it's a 3-pin difference. That's it. So this thing is pretty scratch match.
Yeah. You guys might end up post bowling, so you guys might not even bowl on 31-32. But it's a might. You guys might end up showing up. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I think if we show up tomorrow, it's going to be practicing. So I think we really want to bowl against this team live. They're that good that I think we need to be bowling with them.
And I think we got done bowling Matthew Macy 2 weeks ago. I think we did. I can't remember. And Brian was tough. Man, that's a good pick.
I got BD in the pocket, so easy pick for me.
You just like that team name.
Big Dick.
I'm going with Mark's team. I'm going to pick Mark. I think Mark's going to have a hell of a night. I think even if he were to bowl on 31-32, I think they would still win. So I'm going with Mark's team.
Yeah, I'm going to take our team. I think I got Ron straightened out. I think he was using the wrong equipment early on, and after I got him straightened out, he's starting to bowl a lot better. So the Ron of the old. And we actually haven't been bowling bad as a team. It's just that
Mark, does a guy Mark on your team weighing you down?
Some of the teams we've been bowling good, like George Crenshaw really bowled good last week.
Keep on saying that.
Yeah, I did.
That's a good excuse. Keep on saying that, Mark.
That sounds like a beer commercial. Out with the old and in with the cold.
Yeah.
What?
You're too young to remember that beer commercial from the 90s. I think that was Bud Light, was it, Mark?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was. So Mark's team for the win. And that concludes our picks for Mark's segment. Real quick, bowlers of the week. Forgot to announce last week's winners. I'm sorry about that. I'll try to do better with the winners from now on. But we have to give praise to this next guy because he's new to the league. He bowled with us in the summer. He's back with us in the fall. We're glad he's back as a recurring bowler. And he had told us gave himself praise about how he bowls normally, although we hadn't seen it on the lanes. This is the first time we've seen it. Cody Eskerka had bowled 717 off of a 182 average. So he bowled 186 pins over series. So good job to Cody. 700 series. He won all kinds of awards. Let me get to the awards page here. So he was basically all of our awards. He won 3 of them. He won a 250 and over game, 700 series, and 140 over his series pin. So he's got 3 awards in one night. So kudos to Cody. Definitely our bowler of the week, with honorable mentions to Tim Christie, who bowled 93 pins over his average, Fred Williams, who bowled 671, 86 over his average, and Garrett Williams, 684. Of course, that's his average.
Wow.
So kudos to those guys.
Yeah, some nice bowling then by Cody.
Yeah, good bowling.
Yeah, I mean, he crushed it. And not to be outdone by the ladies, Tina Saunders hit a milestone. She bowled 78 over her average. She takes bowler of the week for the ladies. And I think for the first time in a while, we had multiple ladies with honors. We had Anna Marie Davis, 63 over her average. Her average is only 70, but she bowled 63 over her average. I think she had 100, and she won an award for her 111 game, which is 50 pins over a single game. So good job to her. So honors goes to Anna Marie. And Tina Clay, which is Gino's wife. We mentioned Gino a few times, bought a new ball, been bowling really good. She bowled good that week as well and bowled 40 over her average. So kudos to Tina. A lot of good bowling scores for the ladies this past week.
Nice.
First time we've had a lot of lady bowlers in our league. I think we got like 8 or 9. So good job. And Camilla's leading the average for the ladies too. She's at 169, and Garrett Williams still at 226. So far for high over and most improved male is Cody. Of course, he just bowled that high series. He's at 17 pins over his series. For the ladies, Tina Saunders. So both bowlers of the week are currently sitting at the most improved men and women bowlers. And for our MVP of the league, which is considered our most valuable bowler,
me.
currently in the leaderboards, how we measure the most valuable bowler, of course, is the bowler that wins the most points individually. Sean Taylor is currently in the lead with 36 points won individually. So he is our leading candidate for MVP. Matthew Macy in second with 33, Rick Connor 32, and tied with Rick is George and Gino Clay, 32 points. For the ladies MVP, 30 points, and Amanda 26 in second, Tina Saunders in third at 17.
And that's good for a keychain at the end of the year.
Yeah. Well, it's an honor without merits, I guess you could call it. So it's a great honor. MVP Leland, of course, is our latest MVP of the summer. He had won the most points. I forget what, but he was the latest MVP. Of course, he'll tell you himself. We will be having a memorial for my dad at the bowling alley on Tuesday. Me and my wife are going to we're going to have a table set up. We're going to bring pictures and everything. So if you want to come pay your last respects, come up, check it out. We're going to make a few announcements. But if you'd like to come on up to the bowling alley around 7 o'clock. Of course, it's right before our league starts. So if you bowl league that night, just show up for league and you'll be there. But any bowler that's out there listening, help spread the word. We're going to have a memorial for Dad at 7 o'clock at the bowling alley.
7 o'clock? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All righty.
Nice. That's good to know. So that's awesome, Ashley. So
I appreciate it.
Thank you guys for tuning in and hearing this out and being part of us. And tune in next time because no reason, but as a show of support and love all the fathers that we lost and stepfathers that we lost in the season, just tune in next time. All right? As a support. Love you guys.
Go Chargers.
That's fine.
Go Cowboys. All right, guys. We'll see you Tuesday night.
All right. See you later.
Take it easy, guys.
Later.